Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 23. Does anyone remember what we read yesterday?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We read that Bali Maharaj was not affected by the three modes of material nature, and the Lord fulfills everyone's desire. He is equal to everyone. The spiritual personality of Godhead favored Bali Maharaj for his strong faith in devotional service. So, by worshipping Krishna, Achyuta, the spirit, the supreme personality of Godhead, one satisfies everyone. And because Bali Maharaj had pleased the Lord favored Bali Maharaj that he will protect Bali Maharaj, and he gave him the opulent, the Suttala planet. And so actually, yeah, so the Lord is equal to everyone, but he is partial. I mean, he's impartial, but partial in that way that when when the person surrenders to him, to the Lord, he he will favor him more. And karma bandha is the bondage of the fruitive activities. How we are using our body, that shall be our next body. So we have to change our attachments from material activities to spiritual activities. Uh, in this age of Kali, there is no other alternative but to take to the chanting of the holy name. And and this is the way that one performs the perfect sacrifice, the Sankirtan Yagya. So yeah,
Yeah.
so right, yes, that's it. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Kevalam, Amiva Kevalam, Kalau Nasti, Eva Nasti, Eva Gatir Anyata. This is what we are advised in this age of Kali. Just chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. Because Lord Vamandev also asked Shukracharya. Shukracharya was so expert in doing all these sacrifices, rituals.
Yeah.
So he asked them, what is fault of Bali Maharaj? And Shukracharya said, no, there's no fault. And everything becomes perfect when you chant Hare Krishna. Yeah. So that's what is only needed. Chanting Hare Krishna in this age of Kali. Okay, thank you. Going on, text 22 to 23. Vedanam Sarva Devanam
Vedanam
Sarvadevanam
Sarvadevanam
Dharmasya Yashasa Shriyaha
Dharmasya
Dharmasya
Yashasya
Yashasya
Mangalanam Vritanam Cha
Mangalanam Pratanam Cha
Mangalanamritanam cha
Kalpam Swarga Apavargayo
Kalpam
kalpam
Swarga
svarga
Apavargayoho
apavargayo
Upendram Kalpayam Chakre
Upendram
upendram
Kalpaya
kalpayam
Chakre
chakre
Patim Sarva Vibhutaye
Patim
patim
Sarva
sarva
Vibhutaye
vibhutaye
Vada Sarvani Bhutani
Tada
tada
Sarvani
sarvani
Bhutani
bhutani
Visham Mumudire Nripa.
Vrisham
vrisham
Mumudire
mumudiri nirpa.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. O King Parikshit, Indra was considered the king of all the universe. Sorry, but the demigods headed by Lord Brahma wanted Upendra, Lord Vamandev, as the protector of the Vedas, principles of religion, fame, opulence. auspiciousness, vows, elevation to the higher planetary system, and liberation. Thus they accepted Upendra, Lord Vamandev, as the supreme master of everything. This decision made all living entities extremely happy. So Lord Brahma is there, and all the great personalities of the universe are there. The great leaders, Lord Shiva is also there. And then Lord Brahma was saying, he was accepting that Lord Vamandev is the actual protector of the universe. He's the real protector. He really has the welfare of everyone in his heart. Mentioned earlier that this was for the pleasure of Kashyap Muni and his wife Aditi. Then again, it's saying that Lord Brahma, he's going on. He's going on to 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 make everyone understand or to declare to everyone that actually Lord Vamandev, he is the protector of the Vedas, the principles of religion, fame, opulence, auspiciousness, vows, elevation to higher planetary system, and liberation. So we can see that true religion, love God. We want to be famous, real fame, be a devotee of the Lord. Want really opulence, devotional service, have the opulence of devotional service. Devotional service is the most auspicious. Vows in relation to Krishna consciousness, following Ekadashi. Yeah. Elevation to higher planets, the devotee does not want that. He just wants to go to Golok Vrindavan, right? So, and everyone's happy that Lord Brahma is saying, yes, actually it is Lord Vamandev who's the real protector, not the other demigods who are in charge of the different divisions. And they are all appointed by God to do their service. But even when they get difficulty, they are always going to Lord Vishnu, right? Whenever some imbalance is there which they cannot handle it, then they go to the highest authority, to Lord Vishnu. Tatasva Indra Puras Kritya
ततस्व इन्द्रः पुरस्कृत्य
Devayanena Vamanam
देवयानेन वामनं
Lokapaler Divam Ninye
लोकपालैर्दिवं निन्ये
Brahmana Chanumoditaha.
ब्रह्मणा चानुमोदितः.
Thereafter, along with all the leaders of the heavenly planets, Indra, the king of heaven, placed Lord Vamandev before him, and with the approval of Lord Brahma, brought him to the heavenly planet in a celestial airplane. So Lord Indra is bringing Vamandev to Swargalok, heavenly planet. Prapya Tribhuvanam Chandra,
प्राप्य
Chandra,
चेन्द्र
Indra,
Upendra Bhujapalita,
उपेन्द्र भुजपालितः
Japalitaha,
Priya Paramaya Jushto,
प्रिया
Priya
परमया
Paramaya Justo,
Umude Gata Sadvasaha.
मुमुदे
Gata
साधवसः.
Indra, the king of heaven, being protected by the arms of Vamandev, the supreme personality of Godhead, thus regained his rule of the three worlds and was reinstated in his own position, supremely opulent, fearless, and fully satisfied. So now again he's become the king of heaven, king of the demigods. Regained his rule of the three worlds, it was mentioned. So all the demigods are working under his direction. Brahma, Sharva,
Shilpa
Kumarascha.
ji, Hare Krishna Shilpa ji.
Hare Krishna.
There is this one number 18, and in the number 18 it was written that शिला सुखदेव गोस्वामी ने आगे कहा, इस प्रकार सर्वाधिक शक्तिशाली शुक्राचार्य ने आदर पूर्वक श्री भगवान की आज्ञा स्वीकार कर ली. उन्होंने श्रेष्ठ ब्राह्मणों के साथ बलि महाराज द्वारा संपन्न यज्ञ की त्रुटियां त्रुटियों को पूरा करना शुरू कर दिया. So, like, what was this in regard? Like, कौन सी त्रुटियां जो बलि महाराज ने करी थी यज्ञ में?
हाँ, तो जैसे
लेकिन
earlier we read कि जब
हम्म
वैदिक sacrifice होती है, then
हम्म
everything has to be perfect. Slight
हम्म
discrepancy will be calculated as a
हम्म
fault, right?
यस
If
यस
the mantra is not chanted properly or something is not
हम्म
done in a proper way. So
हम्म
probably there was some things of those done, and
ओके
he's doing to
make it
he's
okay. He's like going to
correcting those
compensate it. He's
things.
going to make it perfect now.
Yeah, he's correcting them. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
Mm.
Because I was reading this and then I thought that let me just ask better. Thank you.
But also we heard that Shukracharya actually said that what makes everything perfect is chanting the holy name,
Yeah, Harinyam. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's yeah.
earlier he says that makes the sacrifice actually perfect by
Hmm.
chanting the
Hmm.
holy name.
Hmm.
And then everything becomes faultless.
Hmm.
Whatever discrepancies there will go away by chanting the holy name.
Yes.
So it is not directly mentioned. How did he correct the
Hmm.
discrepancy? Did he chant the holy name? Because earlier he does
Yeah.
say that to remove all the faults, we just have to chant your holy name.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The idea that we can understand is that
Hmm.
now he's not holding anything against Bali Maharaj.
Hmm. Hmm.
To understand that, because earlier he was, full of that, oh, how can you do that, not follow my order? He had that kind of
Yeah.
a feeling. So,
Yes.
but
Yes.
then now
Yes.
we can understand that, okay, he he accepts that Bali Maharaj did the right thing. That's how
Hmm.
he's also helping him.
Hmm.
Okay. So here Vamandev protects Lord Indra. Brahma Sharva Kumarascha
ब्रह्म शर्वः कुमारश्च
Bhragav Adaya Munayo Nripa
भृगव आधयामुनयो नृपः
Pitara Sarva Bhutani
पितरः सर्वभूतानि
Siddha Vaimanikaschaye
सिद्धा वैमानिकाश्चे
Sumahat Karma Tad Vishnor
सुमहत्कर्म तद्विष्णुर्
Gayanta Param Adbhutam
गायन्तः परम् अद्भुतम्
Dishyani Swani Te Jagmur
दिश्यानि स्वानि ते जग्मुर्
Aditim Cha Shashamsire.
अदितिं च शशंसिरे.
Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Kartikeya, the great sage Bhrigu, other saintly persons, the inhabitants of Pitralok, and all other living entities present, including the inhabitants of Siddhalok and living entities who travel in outer space by aeroplane, all glorify the uncommon activities of Lord Vamandev. O King, while chanting about and glorifying the Lord, they return to their respective heavenly planets. They also praise the position of Aditi. So all the great personalities are here and they are glorifying Lord Vamandev. Lord Shiva is also there, Lord Brahma, Lord Kartikeya, Bhrigu, the sages, the leaders of the heavenly planets, the Pitras are there, the Siddhas, and then those who have the power to travel in space, everyone is glorifying the Lord. And they're glorifying the Lord, and then they go back to their respective abodes, to their own planets. And they also understand the good fortune of Aditi. After all, the Lord has appeared from her womb. Sarvam etan maya khyatam
सर्वम् एतं मया ख्यात्यम्
bhavata kulanandana
भवतः कुलनन्दन
urukramasya charitam
उरुक्रमस्य चरितम्
श्रोत्रणam agamochanam.
श्रोत्रणाम् अगमोचनम्.
Maharaj Parikshit, pleasure of your dynasty. I have now described to you everything about the wonderful activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vamandev. Those who hear about this are certainly freed from all the results of sinful activities. Here we can see that by hearing the pastime of Vamandev, then our previous sins, they are greatly reduced, freed from the results of sinful activities. You know, when we hear about the Lord or his devotees, it's very purifying for us. That we don't get that effect when we are hearing about some material person, maybe no matter how famous or how powerful he is. But when we are hearing about the Lord or his devotees, then it's very purifying for us. Certainly freed from all the results of sinful activities. Sukadev Goswami is saying this. Param Mahimna Uru Vikrama Tugranano
परमहिम्नानोरुविक्रमतो ग्रहाणानो
Yaparthivani Vamame Sarajam Simartya.
यः
यपार्थिवानि मम
पार्थिवानां
Kim Jayamana Utajatupaiti Martya.
किं
किं
जायमाना
जायमान
उत
उत जात उपैति मार्त्य
Iti aha mantra trigrishi purushasya yasya.
इति
इतया मंत्र
मन्त्रत्रिगिरि पुरुषस्य
यस्य
One who is subject to death cannot measure the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Trivikrama, Lord Vishnu, any more than he can count the number of atoms on the entire planet Earth. No one, whether born already or destined to take birth, is able to do this. This has been sung by the great sage Vashishta. Vashishta Muni has given a mantra about Lord Vishnu. Na te Vishnu jayamano, na jato mahimna, param anantam apa. No one can estimate the extent of the uncommonly glorious activities of Lord Vishnu. Unfortunately, there are so-called scientists who are subject to death at every moment, but are trying to understand by speculation the wonderful creation of the cosmos. This is a foolish attempt. Long, long ago, Vashishta Muni said that no one in the past could measure the glories of the Lord, and that no one can do so in the future. One must simply be satisfied with seeing the glorious activities of the Supreme Lord's creation. So by mental speculation, we cannot understand the glories of the Lord. Yeah. This is what Vashishta Muni is saying. This is what Sukadev Goswami is saying here. And we may think by our mind, I want to measure how great God is. Maybe he's this great. Maybe he's this great, like how the frog in the well, the frog is asking the other frog, oh, you saw the ocean? Ah, yes, yes, I saw the ocean, very big. Oh, how big? Maybe it's this big. No, no, it's bigger. No, maybe it's this. No, it's bigger. And he puffs himself till he pops his whole body, he dies. So we cannot measure the glories of the Lord, his pastimes with our mind. We simply have to hear them and, to whatever degree that we can understand that, oh, they're so inconceivable. So inconceivable. Lord Vamandev came as a dwarf, then he took a gigantic form. He showed his universal form. took the 3 steps. Then again, he changed back into Lord Vamandev. So these are certainly very uncommon activities. But for the Lord, yeah, it's like no big deal. For us, it's unimaginable. But for the Lord, that's how we say that Lord's activities are inconceivable. How can you conceive? So the Lord therefore says in Bhagavad Gita 10:42, Vishtabhyaham idam krishnam ekam shena sthito jagat. With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. It's a plenary portion of Krishna, the Paramatma. That's why he's saying single fragment. That's the Paramatma. It's a plenary portion of Krishna. The material world consists of innumerable universes, each one full of innumerable planets, which are all considered to be products of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's material energy. Yet this is only 1/4 of God's creation. The other 3/4 of creation constitute the spiritual world. Among the innumerable planets in only one universe, the so-called scientists cannot understand even the moon and Mars, but they try to defy the creation of the Supreme Lord and his uncommon energy. So this is one of our universe. It's the smallest universe. We are not even able to understand. Actually, we are not even able to understand our own planet that we are living on, and that's why we create so many problems. Global warming and pollution, and we are not able to understand how to perfectly work in this planet. And then what to speak of other planets? We don't understand what's happening on other planets like Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. And this is just one universe. And like this, there are innumerable universes with innumerable number of planets. And this is all God's creation. Such men have been described as crazy. Nunam pramata kurute vikarma. Bhagavatam 5:5-4. Such crazy men unnecessarily waste time, energy, and money in attempting to defy the glorious activities of Urukrama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So instead of just accepting, yes, that this creation is a pastime of the Lord, this creation is done by the Lord, we spend so much money, so much time, so much energy trying to understand universe in a way which is away from the scriptures, and then coming to the wrong conclusion. Instead, what we need to do is just accept that yes, this creation, this beautiful creation is created by God, and then we can learn how to work with nature. Is that okay? And we can actually give glory to the Lord, understand that He is behind this beautiful creation. Any comments? Okay. Going on. Yadi idam deva devasya
idam
idam deva devasya
harer adbhuta karmana
Hare
harer adbhuta karmanaha
avatara anucharitam
avatara charitam
Anucharitam
shanvan yati param gatim.
Shravan Yati
yati param
Parangati.
gatim.
If one hears about the uncommon activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his various incarnations, he is certainly elevated to the higher planetary system or even brought back home, back to Godhead. So this is another benediction. Sukadev Goswami is saying that by hearing about Lord Vamandev, one sinful reactions goes away. And then now he is saying that by hearing about the Lord in his different incarnations, uncommon activities is true, right? His activities, how we can Nobody can imitate. Not like Vaman Dev, as a dwarf, he's come. Then he's becoming so gigantic that he's covering everything, the whole universe, with 2 steps of land. Uncommon. And so Sukadev Goswami is saying, by hearing about the Lord, his incarnations, his activities, what happens?
He gets elevated to the higher planetary system. He's brought back home, back to Godhead.
Yeah. So either he's going to the higher planets, heavenly planets, or he will go back home, back to Godhead. Yeah, so it's certainly very auspicious. So we can see we want to go back home, back to Godhead, we have to constantly hear about the Lord and his incarnations and chant his holy name. Kriyamane karma nidam
Kriyamane karmanidam
deve pitriyetha manushe
Devi Pitrita Manushe
yatra yatra
Manus
anukirtyeta
Yatra Yatranu Kirtrita
tattesham sukritam vidu.
Tattesham Sukritam Vidu.
Whenever the activities of Vamandev are described in the course of a ritualistic ceremony, whether the ceremony be performed to please the demigods, to please one's forefathers in Pitralok, or to celebrate a social event like a marriage, that ceremony should be understood to be extremely auspicious. So so let's read the purport. There are 3 kinds of ceremonies, specifically ceremonies to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead or the demigods, those performed for social celebrations like marriages and birthdays, and those meant to please the forefathers, like the Shraddh ceremony. So 3 types of ceremonies. One ceremony, like Janmashtami, Ramnavami coming up now, next week. So ceremony to please the Lord or to demigods. Then there is ceremonies like marriages. So many different ceremonies we have, right? So marriage or the hair cutting ceremony sometimes we'll have, right? Different. Some the first kneading
Birthdays,
of grains. Huh? I'm sorry.
birthdays.
Birthday ceremony. Yeah, that's one that we always
Mm.
celebrate with so much enthusiasm. And then there are ceremonies like Shraddh ceremony. So in all these ceremonies, large amounts of money are spent for various activities. But here it is suggested that if along with this, there is recitation of the wonderful activities of Vamandev, certainly the ceremony will be carried out successfully and will be free of all discrepancies. That's what Sukadev Goswami is saying here. That whatever ceremony you do, you also say the glories of Lord Vamandev. Thus, in the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the 8th canto, 23rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Demigods Regain the Heavenly Planets, Vamandev Bhagavan ki Jai. Any comments? Any realizations?
But we've not heard, no, like that, any ceremony when they
Yeah,
do this.
specifically the pastime we haven't heard. I don't know when they're chanting the mantras, do they say the name of Lord Vamandev? Because the
Mm.
mantras I don't understand. Yeah, we haven't heard specifically somebody explaining us this pastime of Lord Vamandev, right?
Oh.
I was thinking the same thing. So wherever
Mm.
the activities of Vamandev are described, so I don't know if they're
Oh,
chanting
Hare
it in
Krishna,
Sanskrit. Huh?
Hare Krishna. I
Hare
think
Krishna.
there was some ritual happening is some Janev Sanskar or something like that. Because in Kshatriya, we have, when the child born, we have like some rituals. Is you need to go many places and ask for the, like beg for something, to one house, another house, like I say, moving, and you collect the money and you spend that money for the Brahman Bhojan, like that. So it's something like that with Vaman Dev house. I think so. Because everyone are giving some gifts and praising the kids. So that's why he went to Bali Maharaj. As I understood, I don't know. Actually, it is not written clearly, but I am just relating. Like it
Yeah,
was some,
in
yeah,
Janyo, they do that.
yeah,
Because
that's
then
why.
it means that is that now then he can go to study from the guru,
Yeah, study
you know,
for the
from the guru.
guru, from the guru, but
Yeah,
before that he just begged to
yeah,
houses,
gets
like
the
जो
guru
भिक्षा मांगते
dakshina,
हैं ना, yeah,
bhiksha to give the guru dakshina,
guru
no? Yeah,
dakshina, yes. So तो मुझे लग
yeah,
रहा है कि it is something related with that. I don't know because it is not written clearly, but
yeah.
I am just relating it because ऐसे suddenly वामन देव बलि महाराज के पास, बलि महाराज was doing yagya, that is okay, but Vaman Dev reached there as the uh, Brahman
क्योंकि
in the,
उसका भी जनेऊ किया ना वो टाइम
हाँ वही बोल
वामन
रही हूँ
देव
कि
का
कुछ हाँ तो वही कुछ
वामन
ऐसा
देव
ही
का
था।
जनेऊ किया कि
हाँ
क्योंकि नहीं तो बर्थ सेरेमनी करते हैं
हाँ हाँ
जात
हाँ,
कर्म करते हैं पर वो वामन देव का वही टाइम उसका जनेऊ सेरेमनी भी
यानी
किया
वही वही मैं बोल रही हूँ कि ये ऐसा ही लग रहा है, मतलब मुझे, आई डोंट नो।
तो जनेऊ सेरेमनी सीक्रेट सेरेमनी वो वैदिक
हाँ
सिस्टम में जो
हाँ,
दोज आर बोर्न इन द
हमारे
सम
हमारे तरफ भी होता है,
या
बट
या
हम,
so
हाँ,
they
वी
do
वांट टू
it everyone
सेलिब्रेट।
who's born in the Vedic times it was done and now it's followed as a tradition. We also still it's like a tradition that we
Yeah, we
follow,
still
you know.
carry it, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but I
good.
have one question. Like
Yes.
earlier, Sukracharya, the guru of Pali Maharaj, he was like not ready to like support whatever Vaman Dev was asking to give. And he was really against for all like spiritual mentality of Pali Maharaj. So later on, how he converted, like he accepted everything and he was also praising Vaman Dev and reciting the mantras and everything.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hmm?
He had a change of heart. Yeah, I
Mm,
know, right?
mm.
Initially he was against it.
Yeah,
But
that's
then
why I'm
when
saying.
yeah, then Vamandev asked him what is really the fault.
Hmm.
Then he says actually there's no fault because Shukracharya is also a great very
Yeah.
learned. He understands the
Knowledgeable,
Vedas. He
yes,
has the knowledge.
yes.
That's why when Vamandev asked him, that's how I see it, you know. It's true, it's
Oh.
true. Earlier he didn't, he was saying, no, don't give, don't give. Because
Mm,
earlier he was looking that, where will I go? You will give everything to Vamandev. How will you support me?
hmm,
You have
hmm, hmm,
nothing. How will you support me? So
hmm,
he was saying, don't give. Then when Lord Vamandev is saying, now you tell me what's the fault?
hmm,
So then Shukracharya, because he's so learned, he understands the Vedas. He's saying actually
hmm.
there's no fault.
So it
Everything
was the
is
mercy
everyone.
of God upon him. It was the mercy. That's why he changed like that.
Could be, could be.
Yeah,
I'm not
mercy.
sure.
That's
Because,
why
yeah, because
Yeah,
I am
interpretation is.
thinking like maybe
yeah,
God,
could be.
uh,
Let's see. Yeah,
because he changed suddenly, like in the like frequency of the moment. So is
Because he
something,
saw, right, that Bali
yeah,
Maharaj
yeah. It's saying
was, yeah, he,
Srila Prabhupada is
yeah,
saying that Shukracharya became free from fruitive actions by chanting the holy name of the Lord. And he explained
hmm,
how chanting can diminish all the faults of the
false.
condition. So
Yeah.
he then completed Bali Maharaj's sacrificial ceremony. So the ceremony was not yet complete, so he completed it. He finished it. That's what was saying, whatever discrepancy was there. He
Hmm.
completed so means the sacrifice was not finished, so he finished it. But how did he get purified? Because he chanted.
Chanted, yeah.
He chanted the holy name of the Lord. And
Hmm.
that's how then he's able to explain that, okay, chanting, that's what is needed. So we can see here a very good example in front of us
Hmm.
that Shukracharya was doing all the sacrifices, the rituals, the karmakand activities, to get this or get that or go to heavenly planets or get economic development. But now he himself is saying, oh, the highest is chant the holy name. So it gives someone more confidence. One may get more confidence in this to be able to give up the rituals and focus on chanting the holy name. What do you all think?
Yeah. But the
Hmm.
ceremony was for fruitive, right?
Yes,
Again. So
yes.
still that ceremony was completed. I mean, at the end.
Yeah,
For,
because it
right?
was it was
Mm.
begun, so it was completed. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's true.
Hmm. But God
Yeah,
mercy is like when you are pure, or your motive is like uh, what I can say, like your motive is to meet God or just relate with God, then only God can mercy upon you, right? Like आप
yeah,
अगर बढ़ोगे, then only He will hold your hand.
yeah.
And
If
I
you will
think
not.
like
It's true.
because Shukracharya, he saw right in front of his eyes that
Vamandev.
how the Lord
Yeah,
has
Vamanda,
come.
yeah. He
Yeah.
realized like what,
Yeah, like he saw how
yeah.
Vamandev, right, favored
Yes, yeah.
Bali Maharaj and gave him the Suttara planet, like
Planet,
what,
yeah, yeah.
and
yeah,
it's so opulent. So I think, right, that realization came then to him probably,
Mm,
and also, of
yeah,
course, God's mercy,
yeah, yeah. It's
right?
true. Yeah, he's seeing the Lord right in front of him. Yeah, of
And
course. He's seeing that how as you're saying, the Lord is, you know, become like showed his universal form. Everything is
mm,
inside him. Everyone's in him.
mm,
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah,
mm.
that's how
Yeah,
there was some there. That's how maybe he got purified too.
mm,
Because he's seeing the Lord there, and he knew this is Lord Vishnu. So then here it is said, just by hearing about Lord Vamandev, one's sinful reactions goes away. One gets purified. So then certainly Shukracharya is seeing the Lord face to face. Yes.
yeah. How wonderful that era was. Like everyone was so much like blessed. Oh, is all our story, but when you like not a story is real story, but we were not on that time. We don't know, even maybe we were also. But how it is so, like we only can imagine, like
Hare Krishna, on your imagination, I will say one thing, Ratna, that
uh,
yesterday when we went to the temple,
uh,
we right now we are just imagining, but
yeah.
I felt magic yesterday.
Yes.
I felt it because we were there in the association of a pure devotee. How
Yes, yes,
magical it
very
was.
true,
Every
very
single
true.
time he was chanting, I
uh,
could feel what we are
yes,
reading
me
every
too.
day.
I did
Right?
not say it,
How
but when
how
he
we
came out with cap, I was
yeah.
really surprised to see him. Like I feel my goosebump.
Yeah, so it was
And I
just a
said,
moment. So
yeah,
imagine if
yes,
in that time how much purity, how much
yes,
association matters. Like, right now,
yes,
we just
yes.
come for few hours. It was just a few hours for
Mm,
us to be in association. And then it was so magical. We could
really,
experience that
really,
how
really.
everything changes.
Yeah.
Ourself, our thought process, our conscious changes with
Ah,
them in their
really.
association, how
Ah,
how purified we get in those moments,
yes, yes.
our
And he
conscious and our
start
thoughts.
like
So
chanted. He start
yeah, so
chanting like Hare. Oh, that moment is it was really very like heart touching. Yeah. Even like हमारा तो ऐसा नहीं है ना. Just we met and associate with the devotee. But उस समय लग रहा था कि it was really something inside our heart. Yeah, it's really very blessed moment. Yeah. But these stories are also like हमको समझ में नहीं आता है कि but these all stories are true and how much blessed they were. They were all
Yeah, and that's
like
why
God.
Sukadev Goswami is saying that by hearing these, by
Hmm.
hearing these incidents, we are getting purified.
Purified, yes.
Yeah, Sukadev Goswami is saying that.
मतलब भगवान खुद ही आ जाते थे ना, ऐसा मतलब वो समय था भगवान खुद आ जाते थे. And he
तो अभी भगवान कैसे प्रेजेंट है कलयुग में?
यही
Holy.
pure devotees, yeah. Devotees
Lord
and
is present in two forms in Kalyug, Lord Chaitanya
नाम
says.
नाम के रूप
oh,
में, नाम के रूप में.
नाम के रूप में, that's right.
हाँ, नाम के रूप में.
नाम और एक और एक है.
नाम
नाम
and
and Archa Vigraha, the
Archa.
deity.
Okay. Oh,
You know, so chanting the holy name, that is Krishna.
chanting the holy name.
And then as Neha said, and as you said, you know, chanting with a pure devotee. When you're chanting with a pure devotee, then because the devotee is chanting the pure name, then, you know, you feel that bliss. So continue to hear and chant in the association of devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
जय.
La Prabhupada ki jai.
जय.
Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.